Squats build strong legs and a stable core. But if you're a beginner jumping straight under a heavy barbell and trying to mimic what you see online, you are asking for severe lower back and joint injuries. Before you load up a bar, you need to master the movement. We're going to walk through 5 beginner-safe squat variations designed to build foundational leg strength and protect your joints while you learn. But first, there are 4 physical rules that dictate a safe squat, no matter which variation you use. Rule 1, keep your chest up and your back straight. Do not let your shoulders round forward. Imagine a string attached to your chest, pulling you straight up. Rule 2 is about alignment. Look at this diagram. Your knees should track straight over your toes, like the green checkmark shows, rather than collapsing inward. If your knees are knocking together, your glutes aren't engaging properly. Rule 3, push your weight through your heels. You should actually be able to wiggle your toes at the bottom of the movement. If you can't, you're leaning too far forward. And rule 4 is your depth. This graphic shows exactly where you need to stop, when your thighs are parallel to the ground. You do not need to go lower than this on day 1 to get the benefits. By strictly applying these 4 rules, you ensure that your muscles are doing the heavy lifting to build strength, without grinding your joints together and causing unnecessary friction. Step 1 in our progression is the wall set. This removes the balance component completely, so you can focus entirely on getting your knee alignment right. Stand flat against a solid wall, walk your feet out about 2 feet, and slide down until you are sitting in an invisible chair. Look down at your legs. You need a strict 90-degree angle here, with your knees directly stacked above your ankles, not pushing out over your toes. Start by holding this position for 20 seconds. Over time, build your way up to holding it for 60 seconds across 3 total sets. Once you've got that down, we move to the box squat. This is the perfect fix for beginners who struggle to reach proper depth because they're afraid of falling. Grab a sturdy chair or a bench that puts your thighs parallel to the floor when you sit. Stand facing away and reach your hips back, like you're trying to close a car door with your glutes, until you make contact. Here is the crucial part. Pause for a second when you touch the box. Do not bounce off it. Control the descent, stop completely, and then drive up through your heels. Mastering the wall sit and the box squat builds the initial isometric strength in your legs and trains your spatial awareness. You're teaching your body exactly what a deep, controlled squat feels like, while keeping a physical safety net. If your torso keeps leaning too far forward when you squat, the goblet squat is the most effective variation to naturally correct your posture. Take a look at the physics here. Holding a single dumbbell vertically against your chest acts as a front-loaded counterweight. As your hips move backward, the weight pulls your torso upright, naturally preventing your spine from rounding. As you descend into the goblet squat, keep the weight tight to your chest and make sure your elbows brush the inside of your knees at the very bottom of the movement. Now, if you still feel like you're going to fall backward, or if your ankles feel stiff, the heel-elevated squat is your immediate fix. Limited ankle mobility forces your body to compensate. This side-by-side shows how elevating your heels alters your skeletal geometry. It allows your knees to travel forward naturally, bringing you to a perfectly upright torso while keeping your heels planted. You can use small weight plates or a folded mat for this. Over time, as your natural ankle flexibility improves, you will slowly reduce the height of the elevation until you don't need it at all. Using these external tools, whether it's a dumbbell, counterweight, or a heel wedge, bypasses your current mobility limits. It forces your leg muscles to do the actual work, keeping your spine safe from dangerous overcompensation. Finally, if you already have active knee joint pain, you need the Spanish squat. This is a scientifically backed variation designed specifically to mitigate that discomfort while you train. Anchor a thick resistance band at knee height. Step inside and place the band behind your knees so it stretches taut as you walk back. As you squat down, the band actively pulls your hips backward. This forces your shins to stay completely vertical, which takes the pressure directly off the patellar tendon in your knee. By manipulating the angle of resistance, you can fully train your quads, hamstrings, and glutes without aggravating an existing joint injury. To put this into practice, you're going to run this specific routine twice a week. But first, always complete a dynamic warm-up. Do a few leg swings and hip circles to prep your joints. Here is the exact volume you need. Start with your foundational movements. 3 sets of wall sits, holding for 20 to 30 seconds, followed by 3 sets of box squats for 8 to 10 reps. Next, move into your mobility work with 3 sets of goblet squats for 8 to 10 reps using just your body weight. Finish the workout with 2 sets of heel-elevated squats for 8 to 10 reps. Do not rush to add weight. Your metric for progression is form, not pounds. Only add a dumbbell or switch to the Spanish variation once you can complete this entire list with perfect depth, 0 wobbling, and no inward knee caving. Adhering strictly to this methodical checklist gives your joints time to adapt and your muscles time to fire correctly. You take a movement that often causes injury and you turn it into a highly effective tool for total lower body strength